This plant is one of the oldest spices in Britain. You used to find it in every manor house and every monastery. The Romans brought it here because they loved it so much. It's actually a pretty good substitute for pepper, and it can help with indigestion and bloating, and it can even help you wee. But these days people just walk past it like it's a common weed. Whoever it was that started calling plants weeds just because they were less common or they're in the way of something else needs to be given a stern talking to. They need to be sat down, roughed up a bit, have their lunch money stolen, perhaps put in the stocks and have sponges and cabbages thrown at them all day just to realise what a mistake they've made. Because whoever it was has been denying us fantastic things like this. And what plant is it? It's this, Alexander's. Now, why is it called Alexander's? Why would you name a plant after some bloke called Alexander? Maybe it's Alexander the Great. Maybe Alexander the Great put this on his sandwiches before the Battle of Gaugamela. Maybe when Alexander the Great went into a kebab shop, he had salad and sauce and Alexander's on his shish kebab. Sadly, it is something different. It's called the herb of Alexandria because basically it comes from Egypt and that sort of area. That's not to say that Alexander didn't eat it, but to be fair, information about the man is pretty sketchy and it doesn't really go down to the granular level of what he had in his spice rack. Yes, the plant's very edible. This is what it looks like when it's young. It's got these lovely lush leaves and it is another umbellifer, but the umbels are yellow. It's one of the earliest flowering umbellifers, which means it's fantastic for the bees in early spring. Now you can eat the leaves. They were used a bit like spinach. They've got a strong celery taste. I know that's a bit of a Marmite thing. Some people don't like celery, but before people were eating cultivated celery from about the 15th century onwards, this was the most popular celery plant in the UK. It's July and the plant's gone dry and brown, so it's not much use. Well, it is because of these seeds. I've got a whole pot of them here. Now, basically, these seeds have got a fantastic celery hit as well, but the drier they get, the more peppery they get. So you can actually use them as a pepper substitute. A word of warning. Now, I hate to put a damper on things, but there is another umbellifer at the moment, which is dry and in the hedgerows and has a very similar sort of shape. And that, of course, is hemlock water dropwort. So let's get this clear. This is hemlock water dropwort and this is Alexander's. They both have a star-shaped umbel, but the seeds on Alexander's are this dark black colour. The seeds on the hemlock water dropwort are brown and they're much more like little stars, you can see, whereas the Alexander seeds are like little clusters. But you've got to know what you're doing. What's the golden rule of foraging? If you don't know what it is, don't eat it. So how do we identify this plant? Well, when it comes out, it's pretty easy. It's got these sort of lush oval-shaped leaves and of course these bright yellow umbellifers. Now, it does slightly overlap with hemlock water dropwort and they can often grow together, so make sure you know the leaf shape. And obviously when it goes into umbel, it's quite obviously yellow. Medicinally, it's associated with digestive complaints like bloating and stuff, and it can help you wee. It's a diuretic, so it'll be good for your kidney function. Was it sacred to the Druids? Without question. I'm pretty sure they put it in their Bloody Marys, and I'm pretty sure Alexander the Great did too. And on that note of Macedonian hangover cures, have a wonderful day.